name is Shane, and I've decided to create my own YouTube channel. Thought about it for a really long time, and the reason is there's a lot of times when I work on vehicles and I wonder if somebody could benefit from watching a video like I have before on other YouTube channels. Stuff around the house, stuff around the garage. I just like fixing things, and thought I might create a channel and kind of see if I can help some people out. I don't know where it will go. Hopefully some of you guys can find this useful. My biggest hobby is cars, though. That's my favorite thing to work on. I like mechanical things. I like being able to see what's going on and actually have something tangible to work with, and seeing how things work, seeing if I can make it better, etc., etc. I started a YouTube channel already, posted one video, but then I've kind of seen some things going on as of late, where some names of the way the YouTube channel was branded or named kind of get some people into some trouble. So I deleted the channel, deleted the video. At least I'm gonna use the tail end of that video on this one and just redo the introduction, because I said the name of the channel. Anyway, I don't want to get into any copyright stuff. I'm just here to help people out. I'm not interested in going to court about using somebody's name that they have a copyright on. Even though it's actually my nickname. But anyway, this here is the channel's going to be called the EIGHTNINE Garage, because this is my garage, and the staple of this garage is this '89 Mustang GT. I bought it in January of 1995. I have so many stories about this car, it's not even funny. For the most part, I've tried to keep everything Ford on it. What I mean by that is, where I can, I've used either something that was made by Ford Racing, some of it's motorsport before it was Ford Racing, but I've also tried to use stuff that maybe came on a Ford, if that makes sense. Like the cylinder heads on it are GT40P heads, which came on the later 5.0 Explorers. The injectors were 93, 94, 95, 24-pound injectors. They came on the Cobras. There are a couple aftermarket things. But anyway, I think I go into that a little bit more later in the video I recorded previously that will be after this. But this car has always been, it's always had a name. It's had a couple different nicknames, but it's always been affectionately called the '89. And so I'm going to name it after this car, which is a name I gave the car. And there are a lot of people that know it by the '89. So that's how the name of the channel came to me. A lot of it's going to be working on this car, but a lot of it will, I'm also going to I have a 2011 Escape right here that I'll be doing things on. I have a 2006 Escape that will actually probably be the first thing that will be on the channel. I have a 97 F150 that needs some maintenance stuff, and I'll do that on here as well. And then I have a 2007 Toyota Yaris. Although I'm a huge Ford fan, I do give props where they're due, at least in my mind. I'm a big Ford fan. I like Chevys. Not a huge fan of the newer stuff. When I say Chevys, I like the old Chevelles, first, second gen Camaros. No, there's some really nice Novas. I'm also toying around with the idea of getting another project car, because going back a little bit to how I said that I like to use all Ford stuff on this, something that came on a Ford, you know. Another thing I did as a Taurus fan, you know, that's another Ford factory part. Although this is not stock anymore, I like, it's, you know, let me just move it a little bit here. You know, it's a, I don't know if I'm in the way. I have no, sorry, I have no way to see what you're seeing right now. It's just a starter camera. But anyway, I like it to look somewhat stock, but I also want something that I can modify and tinker with. It might wind up being this anyway. I'm teetering on this. I have a 351 that's sitting in the back shop there that it's going to go in something. This still has a T5. A friend of mine rebuilt it for me about 5-6 years ago, but it doesn't have very many miles on it. I'll probably get shamed for this a little bit, but the last two times that I've filled this up were on Memorial Day. Memorial Day 2019 and Memorial Day 2020. So that shows you that I really don't drive it a whole lot. After I got it, I did get it painted about 9-10 years ago, and after I got it painted, I took it to a grocery store and I parked it way out where nobody else was, and I was only in the store for a few minutes. Came back out and there were 2 people parked right on top of me, and it kind of made me say, you know what, this is just going to be a fun driver. I don't really want to take it out and have all the work that I've put into it, you know, get dings in it and everything. But I don't know, that's just me, that's the way I feel. If I get flamed, I get flamed. It's a really fun car to drive though. That's where the channel's headed, and I hope you'll come along and join us on the 89 Garage. So I'll probably talk a little bit more about some of this stuff again later in the video, and I apologize, but going forward should be a little bit more straight to the point. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. We'll see where it goes with the channel, and I really, you know, my main goal is to help people out. I know what it's like to be just starting out. Everything that I do, I've either read or learned on my own. I'm not a big reader unless it's something technical and something that really interests me, like mechanical work, mostly cars. So thank you for joining me. And please tune in the future. If you would, if you haven't right now, go down in that corner over there and hit subscribe. Because I'd like to help you out. So please help me out. I also suggest that maybe hit that little dingy bell down there. That does something like tell you when I post a new video, I believe. Anyway, thank you, and hopefully we'll see you in the future. Take care. Mustang since 1995. It is an 89 Mustang GT. Currently, it still has the original motor in it. The only thing I've done is I put GT40P heads on it, and it has 1.7 rockers, Cobra rockers, the old ones made by Crane. Has 24-pound injectors, it has headers, it has an X pipe, it has Mack flow path catback on it, 355 gears, Hurst shifter, has a Taurus fan with a BMW switch to activate low and high speeds, also running through a Volvo relay which allows both speeds to be activated at separate temperatures. Anyway, I've owned it for 25 years, and it's starting to look like I've had it for 25 years. Couple things. The original power steering started leaking on me a few years ago. I put reman kit in it, reman rack, reman pump, and it started leaking pretty quick. So I put a Flaming River manual rack in it, and then I tore my rotator cuff, and it was pretty hard to turn. So I went and put another reman pump, reman rack and pinion in it, and it's leaking again. Remans don't seem to last very long on these Fox bodies. So currently what I've got going on is that is a Toyota Prius electric steering gearbox. The controllers down here, a couple spare Fox body steering columns. So I'm in the process of fitting that all together and making electric steering. Luckily, I hung on to my Flaming River manual rack, and that will be going back in, so my leaks are all gone. Take you on a little tour of the old girl. All right. Sorry, the lighting is not very good in here. That is another project I plan to tackle, is adding another light right above where this sits. Anyway, so I have smog pump is gone, cats are gone. I live in a county which does not require emissions anymore, and I also the state of Utah also allows you to register it after 30 years as a antique or horseless carriage. I don't remember what the classification is. I don't necessarily need it where I live, so I haven't done it yet. It has 24-pound injectors, like I was saying. That lower intake is from a 97 Explorer. That is a Downs Ford upper intake. 65 millimeter AccuFab EGR plate that I'm hoping to get rid of soon. That is an Explorer throttle body modified to fit a Fox body. CNL/Vortex 73 millimeter math with a 24-pound tube in it, so it reads correctly with the computer. This came with an A9L. I'm currently experimenting with an A9P ECU in it, PCM computer, whatever you want to call it. It seems to run a little bit better. The timing comes in a little quicker. But soon, I'm hoping this 302 will be out of here. I have a 351 that is built, put together in the back, in my back shop. And that has Flowtech heads on it, 194 intake. I don't remember the exhaust. It's got a a comp cam in it, 278H or something like that. It's one of the high energy rollers. I don't know. I'll know the part number next time I talk. I just received my order from Rock Auto, all KYB struts and shocks. I got the quad shocks too, all KYB. I got new caster camber plates for it. I got new rear control arms with polyurethane bushings. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of fun. I'm trying to make it look as stock as possible. Really trying to see if I can cram it under this factory hood. I bought convertible motor mounts, which are supposed to drop it down, but this intake sits kind of high. If you look right here, it already sits above the fenders. I understand the cowl sits a little bit higher, but when I had the factory insulation in here, it was rubbing. In fact, that might even be a little rub mark right there. I have a couple other projects. I have a 97 F150 that I'll be doing. It's a 97 4.6 liter 4R70W. Did I say that right? 4R70W trans. Thing's got 254,000 miles on it. Still runs like a champ. The motor was replaced at one point by the previous owner. Not too sure exactly when. The motor has a 2001 Ford Reman sticker on it, but the trans has never been touched, and it absolutely shifts great still for its age. All right, back. Sorry about that. We had to pause for station identification. Yeah, I've had this thing for a while though. I don't remember what I was talking about. I probably will later. Anyway, hope you join me for the ride. I was talking about my F-150. I'm just do plugs and wires on that. It's due for plugs and wires. I'll take you for a ride doing that. I have a 2006 Ford Escape that I'm trying to get ready. I have a daughter that's about to turn 16, and that's going to be her car. It leaks oil pretty bad from the valve cover. It's got a plug that is, I believe, fouled because of that. So I've got stuff to do that on the way. Like I said, I got a camera on the way to kind of help film this stuff. Come along and enjoy. I also have a Toyota Yaris, which also needs plugs spark plugs. I don't know. I hope you have fun. Questions, comments, subscribe, please. That will help me out a lot. Help me get going, and I appreciate it. Hope you enjoy. Thanks. Like, share, subscribe. Ta-ta.